course, people are very concerned about this doctors' strike, and where people are being urged by everyone involved in the medical industry to call 999 if they have any serious symptoms. Strike or no strike, the NHS is still there to help you. But this 3-day strike of the junior doctors is going to have a massive impact, not just as we run into Christmas with the winter flu season, the seasonal bed crisis that we see, but also hitting those record waiting lists. They're not going to come down as long as doctors keep striking, are they?
No, and you said, I think, in your introduction that this coincided with Christmas, but it does more than coincide. It's being deliberately timed by the junior doctors to happen at Christmas. I mean, if there was any such thing as Christmas spirit, I think it's totally evaporated this year, with junior doctors causing real terror and alarm among patients who don't know for sure what's wrong with them. They go in for something which can often be serious and even potentially terminal. And yet the doctors are on strike, and they suddenly find themselves joining a waiting list of nearly 8 million people waiting for tests and procedures and treatments. I mean, this is a terrifying situation for these people. I mean, I've had a small taste of it. And as I say, I was treated brilliantly by NHS staff. But if there aren't any NHS staff doing the job, then nobody's getting treatment, are they? And these people seem to have totally forgotten the very spirit of the Hippocratic Oath: do no harm.
Trevor, I mean, we don't know quite where the negotiations are up to. There were weeks' worth of negotiations with the government that ultimately broke down. But I was hearing this morning that doctors, junior doctors who are striking, have renewed their call for a 35% pay increase. They say that would just put them back to where they would be if their pay hadn't been eroded. It seems to me highly unlikely that the government is going to agree to anything approaching 35%. So do we know how long these strikes may continue for?
Well, the junior doctors know perfectly well that they're not going to get 35%. It's a ridiculous demand, and the government simply cannot afford it. Junior doctors are not doing too badly, despite the fact that they're crying poor mouth all the time. There are ways in which they can increase their incomes. What the point of using people, patients, as tools in their industrial action, though, is totally inexcusable and unforgivable. Whatever the argument may be, to put people's lives at risk, and as far as I'm concerned, people will die as a result of this strike action. It's impossible to avoid that, obviously, with the waiting list that we have suddenly being exacerbated by industrial action over Christmas, when already the National Health Service is a near breaking point, as usual, at this time of year.